Hi, I'm Lou Gatta, broker-owner of Marin Realty Group in downtown Larkspur, California. Thanks for dropping in. I want to talk today about getting your home prepared to go on the market, prepared for listing. Three things that I'd like to talk about: pricing, exposure, and your agent. Pricing and exposure are the two main components to get the seller the highest price in the shortest amount of time. Pricing right now, I've got to tell you, is paramount in this equation. You've got to be very aggressive in your pricing. Sellers who have bought their home over the last 4 or 5 years are going to find this distressing because their home is undoubtedly worth less than it was when they bought it. Anyone who's had that house for, 8, 10, longer, you're still sitting very pretty. You should have a lot of equity in it unless you've drained it by refinancing, which seems to be epidemic for the last few years. But if you haven't, there should be a good amount of equity in there, and selling in this market after that blazing increase of appreciation, you should, as I say, be sitting very well. For the other sellers, the ones that bought within the last 5 years, I do want to caution that you're walking into an unpleasant situation. You're going to hear numbers that probably are not going to make you very happy, but I want you to think back to probably when you bought the property. You were advised to pay over full price. Most of the properties around here that sold during that blazing time were sold with overbids and over the already extraordinary prices that were being asked. We're seeing a correction, and that correction is painful. But if you're going to be in this market, you need to look at the pricing logically. How do you do that? Have your real estate agent give you a comparable market analysis, and that analysis should be of comparable sales in your immediate area, your neighborhood, your subdivision, or just slightly outside of there, but not far. You want to keep it as close to your subject property as possible. And you want those comps to be 3 months or sooner, because that's really going to give you the most accurate pricing for your property. So pricing, please, that's the component that needs the most thought. That's the one that's going to make or break your sale. Next, I want to talk about exposure. Exposure used to mean ad in the newspaper. You get a fuzzy little picture over there and a little description, a couple of lines. I'm happy to say that those days are pretty much over. The internet is the way to expose properties these days. In the Bay Area, we're in Marin County here. In the entire Bay Area, we've got very highly educated, sophisticated, high-income type of people. That's just the makeup, demographic of this area, and very technologically savvy. These people are going on the tools. They're using the tools that they know to get the property. That's why 85, 83, somewhere in the 80% of buyers who are starting to look for property in the Bay Area are looking on the internet. Now that's powerful. If you're not having a real strong marketing presence, if your agent doesn't have a strong marketing presence on the internet, I suggest you talk to another agent. So see what they're doing. What websites they're using. Are they giving you a virtual tour? Are there any online real estate magazines that they can enter your listing? And there's just so many tools out there that agents should be using to expose the property. And lastly, I want to talk about the agent himself. The agent should be an experienced agent. You've got to have an agent that has experienced a slow market like we're going through right now. If the agent has only experienced that blazing, market that just finished a couple of years ago, they're at a great disadvantage when it comes to this one. This one has many more peculiarities. It has many more difficulties. Many more hurdles. Keeping deals together, first getting a deal together is difficult with the loan, with the credit crunch, with the lack of consumer confidence. You need a very aggressive agent exposing your property to the highest level. Your agent needs to have experienced this type of market so they can anticipate the pitfalls ahead and avoid them. Newer agents, I'm sorry, I love their enthusiasm, and I say if you can get an experienced agent coupled with a new agent, you've got a dynamic combination there. But experience really is paramount in this market. If there's anything else you'd like to talk about getting your home on the market, anything about listing, so forth, whatever it is, any real estate related question, feel free to give me a call, 415-608-4842. drop me a line. Love to get an email, Lou, L-O-U, at marinrealtygroup.com. And visit our website. There's a lot of good information on that, www.marinrealtygroup.com. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next week.